and welcome to the first installment of 3 things you need to know to prevent breast cancer. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is something that I didn't really know, and that really, to be honest, researchers and doctors are just really learning in the last couple of years, is that cancer is not mostly genetic. In fact, it's the other way around. There's only a small percentage, I've read all different numbers, but let's say between 1 and 5% of cancers are genetic. Wow. That means a lot of things, because for people like me, I actually did have cancer in my background. So it was on my radar, and it was something, I'll be honest, I was worried about. Even, that's why I did so many mammograms early on when I was young, right? Because I was on the radar, I had to be aware. Now here's the thing. So having breast cancer or any other kind of cancer or any other genetic, disposition does not mean, this is the good part, does not mean you're gonna get breast cancer or any other kind of cancer, right? What they've discovered with epigenetics is that you can turn genes on and off, right? Your behavior, when I say your behavior, how you live and everything, what you put in your body, whether or not you follow the 7 simple steps that I talk about. If you do that, you're actually gonna downregulate the bad genes, if you have them, okay? That's just assuming you even have them. So the good news is, don't worry, because just having cancer in your family does not mean you're going to get breast cancer. On the flip side, just because no one in your family has had breast cancer does not mean that you will not get breast cancer. And this is where the majority, if you can imagine, since it's only 5%, the majority of people fall into this category. They're shocked. But how could I get breast cancer? Nobody in my family has breast cancer. Yeah, no, again, genes can be turned on and off, and lifestyle choices make all the difference. So this was a big aha for me. When I first was diagnosed 8 years ago, there was a big emphasis on, it's not your fault, there's nothing you could have done. I'll just tell you right now, after 8 years of research, that's not true. I'm not saying my fault in like a bad way, but the reality is you cause something in your life caused the cancer to happen. And the key is to figure out what it is and, get to the root cause of it and eliminate that, right? I mean, if you already have breast cancer, you're on a healing journey. So you need to heal yourself. But at some point, the really important thing is to figure out what caused it and go back and change that. So that's really this is number one thing that I want people to know, because it's so important that you shouldn't worry, but also you shouldn't also be in total denial or bliss just because, you don't have cancer in your family, that it won't happen to you. Because I've heard that time and time again, and it just breaks my heart. And I think with just a couple simple steps, 7 simple steps, as a matter of fact, I guess I'll have to trademark that. Anyway, then you can get there. So that's my first tip of the day, of the series, and I will be back with more tips on how to prevent breast cancer.